Okay, so hey guys, welcome back to another Axel 72 video, and in today's video I'm back with another interview. I'm here with Ollie Cooper. Ollie, how are we doing, mate?
All good, mate. Thank you. All good. How are you?
I'm doing great, mate, and thank you very much for coming on the channel.
Thanks for having me on.
Lovely stuff. So, am I right in saying you're a 22-year-old middleweight who's 6-0?
That's correct. Yeah, just gone six of that.
Yes, big congratulations, mate. And so
Thank
we'll
you.
get into the first question, which I always like to start off with. Why did you start boxing?
I started boxing back when I was about 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
My dad ran my football team,
Mm-hmm.
and he just wanted me to get fitter, really, for the football. Took me down the gym, and I really enjoyed it. And it become more of a priority as the football started to fade out. And like I said, I enjoyed it more than football anyway, so it was something I pursued. And yeah, we're here.
Of course, of course. And so, do you remember what happened in your first amateur fight?
Oh God, yeah, I got my head pinged off
Oh,
big time.
okay.
Seriously now, yeah. I had my first fight, and I was a little unprepared. Is probably the best word for it. Didn't really know what to expect, and just got a bit frustrated. Really, my head was in a bit of a frazzle. So yeah, it was a bit of a mess, but we just kept progressing
Mm.
up from there. So it was good.
Hmm. Of course. And so, what would you say from your whole amateur experience was your biggest achievement?
Um, I must admit, I didn't. I sort of underachieved in the amateurs, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Wasn't putting enough competitions. Um, Won a few Midlands titles here and there, national finals. But yeah, I definitely think I underachieved. And think I could have done a lot more in amateur boxing. But it is what it is. Like I say, I'm professional now,
Hmm.
trying to make waves in the professional scene. So
Hmm.
no, it's good.
Hmm. Of course. I mean, you see a lot of fighters that maybe don't have much of an amateur career or don't do maybe the best that they could have, but go on to have these better professional careers than anybody could really expected. And so, I mean, of course, you're doing amazingly so far in the professional game, 6-0. And so, which fight would you say you've performed your best in?
Oh, probably my last
Hmm.
one, definitely.
Hmm.
Had a tough guy in Pavel garage. I had to really bite down the gum shield, dig deep. And he came forward, he pressed forward a lot. So I had to use, rather than the other five blokes I fought, I had to use my boxing brain, move, be a bit more slick. So definitely my best performance so far in the last one I had.
Hmm. Brilliant. And so, would you say that therefore you're always improving with every fight?
Oh, definitely.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I always go back and watch my previous fights so that I can pick out different things I can work on. And I'm never happy with, never fully happy with the performances I put on. So I'm always working in the gym trying to make it better.
Hmm.
So, like you say, I'm always progressing, always getting better. It's any sign of good things.
Definitely. And so, what would you say currently is your main motivation for boxing?
Good question. Um, Being able to live the dream, a
Hmm.
full athlete's lifestyle, seeing all these big fights on the TV, and I just want to be these high ranked boxers, live the life, like I say. So it just keeps pushing me on further and further to work harder and harder in the gym. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm. Brilliant. And so, kind of leading on from that answer, is there any kind of fighter that you maybe look up to for inspiration?
In terms of inspiration, not necessarily.
Hmm.
Like I say, I want to be up there with these top level fighters, but I don't necessarily look up to any, if
Hmm.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Um, I watch a load of boxing, as I should anyway,
Hmm.
to learn different things.
Hmm.
But yeah, in terms of inspiration, there's no one specifically I look up to. Sorry,
Hmm.
I think yeah, I want to be him, because eventually I'll be up there with him anyway.
Hmm. Of course. And so, I suppose that goes to the saying of you being a student of the game. Is that what you call yourself?
Yeah, most definitely, and I think I'll be a student of the game for some time. There's still loads of things I need to learn. I've been sparring some really good lads, some top level lads, and picking up things in the game that I thought, oh, I should be doing that anyway. Like I say, learning all the time, a student professional at the minute. So yeah, definitely, I agree with that.
Good to hear. And I mean, from the looks of it, it seems like you might be enjoying yourself on holiday at the moment, if I'm right in saying that.
I am, yeah. So celebrating the win over in Greece, trying to catch a bit of sun, get a bit of a rest in, and then get back in the gym as soon as possible.
Of course. And so I suppose for the moment, as you are just coming recently off that win, you don't have a too much of a date of when you might be back fighting yet.
No, I think on Thursday when I last boxed, they mentioned a potential show in August, September time. If I could get on that, great. If not, we'll just keep ticking over in the gym. But I'm always staying ready at the minute. You know, I'm only one phone call away from a fight, so I'll take a fight at any time. Because I get this holiday out the way, back in the gym. I'm ready for a phone call to go whenever.
Of course, and I mean, from the looks of it, I mean, 6-0, maybe 1-2 more fights for the rest of this year, and then come early next year, titles will be most probably on the horizon. And so, would you like to think that possibly via maybe you'd say this time next year you are fighting for titles?
Definitely, I think this time next year I want to be the Midlands title holder. You know, I want to get maybe one more 6-rounder out the way. Just did my first one last Thursday. A lot tougher than I actually thought it was. So maybe another 6-rounder out the way towards the end of the year, starting next year, pushing on for that Midland title as soon as possible. You know, that's something I've got my eyes on, and my mind's really set on that. So yeah, we want that as soon as possible.
Of course, and I quite like the way that you did say that a 6-round is like a bit of a step up. Some people overlook these step ups and maybe jump up too quickly, but it's nice to see that you are taking your time and really kind of making the most out of what you can.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I did 5 fights at 4 rounds, which is probably a bit too much in my eyes. I'd say you don't want to rush it too much, don't want to step up too quickly. Maybe it came at the right time, but yeah, I definitely want to just keep stepping up the rounds and gather more experience. So, yeah.
Of course, and so just for stylistic wise, for anybody that's not watched you fight before, what would you say makes yourself interesting as a fighter?
Like I said previously, I'm slick. You know, I'm quick, long, rangy, got a really good style to myself. I don't just stand there and bang. You know, I'm constantly trying to move. And I think a lot of fighters will struggle to hit me. You know, I'm very elusive in there. So I think it's definitely an advantage being so tall, especially at middleweight. Like I said, I just don't think many people would be able to lay a glove on me.
Most definitely. And so I suppose we have touched upon this already in the recent future, but maybe a bit more in the little bit of distant future. How far do you believe you can go?
All the way. You know, I heard a quote the other day. If you're not in it to go as far as you can, then why are you doing it at all? You know, my mind is set on just go as far as you can, and I believe I can go all the way. I seriously can compete with these top level fighters, especially after gaining experience down at this lower level, at the student level, like you said. I definitely think I can compete with the high level guys and take them out.
Of course, and I mean, you've seen there's been a few fights around middleweight as of recent. One super middleweight. There of course was the one just this weekend, the Belanga Quigley one. And when you do look at these fights, where maybe somebody like a Belanga maybe underperformed a little bit, does that feel that you coming through with hope that you can see that and be like, well, maybe I'm more skilled than him?
Yeah, of course. You know, I watch these middleweight fights, sit there. I suppose it's a bit of an armchair fan moment, but he should be doing this, he should be doing that, and then I'm thinking to myself, I could wipe the floor with these guys. You know, it's frustrating for me, especially people getting the step up on the TV shows and probably not performing the best they should be. And again, having confidence in myself, thinking I could beat them easily. It is very frustrating, but I know my time will come, and I'll prove my worth anyway. So it's all good. It's just a matter of time.
Yes, brilliant, of course. And so, just one last question, which I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
Just, you know, looking back on Thursday, I had incredible support from my friends and family. So big up to all them. My coaching team, Richie Carter, Andy Owen, Rudney, strength and conditioning coach, my sponsor, Cliff Nichols. You know, we could be here forever if I could thank everyone. But no, I have an amazing backing in people who believe in me. So I'm truly grateful.
Amazing, mate. Well, thank you very much for doing this. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, and maybe a little bit further along down the line we can come and have another catch up again.
Definitely. No, thanks for having me, mate. I really appreciate it.
Lovely stuff. And so if you're on your around and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video, like the video, and thanks for